Hey, it's Pastor Art again. Thank you so much for joining us on our 40-day growth challenge. And if you've just gotten involved in this new series called Your Kingdom Come 40-day growth challenge, I want to welcome you. You know, every now and then I'm coming to you with these little thoughts that will help you, encourage you, and strengthen you in this 40-day journey we have together. Today I want to talk to you about putting first things first. A key to our growth challenge is exactly that, putting first things first. Solomon said, put first things first. His counsel speaks of order, priorities, and the management of life. He's also talking about a very precious commodity called time. I once heard it said that we must never let what matters most be at the mercy of what matters least. A lot of us, though, when we take on a new challenge, don't really measure out time. One of our decisions must be, what are our priorities? How do we use our time? Everything cannot be at the same level of importance at the same time. There must be priorities. Therefore, we must learn to prioritize. When priorities are out of order, it does have a way of catching up with us sooner or later. If we want the best outcome of our lives, we need to understand the priorities we must have. Priorities give life order, give life meaning, give life direction. A simple rule I've always used is order determines outcome. You can't have order without prioritizing your life. Jesus said it this way, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. Now think about this, the creator of all things, he who possesses all power and all authority, he who has preeminence over all, just gave us wisdom and counsel of how to get the best out of life. Put the kingdom of God first, not second, not third. Now, when we give first place to what God says is a priority, then we're doing life right. And the outcome of doing life right always gives us the best life has to offer. God designed time to work for us, not against us. There's a president by the name of Roosevelt who once said, 9/10 of wisdom consists of being wise in the use of our time. Now, how you spend your time largely determines the level of our success. Time is one of those most precious commodities we have on earth, yet most people feel they don't have enough time. Yet, truth is, we all have the same amount of time. You know, I've heard people tell me, I would really like to get involved with that. I just don't have enough time. Or, wow, that really seems interesting, but I'm so crushed for time, I can't get involved. Well, the truth is, as I've said already, you do have enough time. You have the same amount of time as the next person in life. You don't have more, you don't have less. We all have 24 hours a day. We all have 168 hours a week. It's not so much that we don't have time. It's a matter of our priorities and how we're using time and our priorities. I've noticed something. The people who are most productive and accomplish the most always seem to find time for the things that others never get around to do. Do they work faster? No. Are they smarter? Not necessarily. Do they work harder? Well, maybe, but that's not the answer. Are they more organized? Perhaps somewhat, but the real secret is they know how to make time work for them, not work against them. See, you always have time to put first things first. Jesus said, put first the kingdom of God. God designed a 24-hour system for all of us. And as you're processing through this 40-day challenge, you need to understand time is your friend, not your enemy. Time is a consumable resource, though. You can't create time, you can't buy it back, you can't trade it out, you can't store it up. All you can do is either waste it, abuse it, misuse it, or what you're going to do is invest it. Two thoughts in closing. Start now. Use your time to start now. Don't procrastinate. Jesus said, no procrastination, no backward looks. You can't put God's kingdom off until tomorrow. Seize the day. What he's saying is, start now. Why procrastinate on what God tells you is his priority anyway? Procrastination only adds dread and dislike to work that you know is going to be done anyway. So it's not what we do, but what we don't do that often worries us and gets us worn down. Are we ever going to get to it? Too many of us wait to do things perfectly, with the result being we never do anything at all. So the only way to get ahead is to do it now. Secondly, learn to say yes and learn to say no. This is really a matter of priority and a matter of focus. Paul the Apostle taught, so let's keep focused on the goal, those of us who want everything God has for us. The choices are measured priorities. A no doesn't have to be rude. You just have to understand what your yes is. And you can be very clear, very kind when you cannot do something that you're being asked to do in order to stay focused. Place a value on putting first things first. Remember, Paul also advises us in Philippians chapter 3 in the Message translation. There are many out there taking other paths, choosing other goals, and trying to get us to go along with them. All they want is easy street. They hate Christ's cross. But easy street is a dead-end street, is what Paul says. So my closing advice is keep moving forward, hold on to your press, keep first things first in this 40-day growth challenge, and you're going to see great outcome and great blessing in your life.